Hello guys, welcome to update 1 of Project FreeFall. So I'm gonna try to keep it a little shorter than the first one and with less pauses between words. So let's just get to it. So right off the bat, you might notice some few changes in the assets department. Got some pretty nice Black Friday deals on the Unity store, and I couldn't help myself and just went for them. It's looking pretty nice. Normally, I wouldn't have gone for the start to filling in assets at this point in development, but opportunity came in, and I welcomed it. And now seeing how it looks overall, I'm probably gonna spend some time more on that as I'm moving forward with development. So let's just start this up. So there is gonna be a bit of noise from those other free people shooting our enemies. So the first thing that we're gonna do is try to kill them as fast as possible. We do have a new character screen. It's pretty basic right now. So I got this guy with a little better small guns skill than normal. And let's make sure the AK-47 is on. Let's switch it to burst. Get him a little closer to the action. There we go. And let's mow these guys down before they kill us. There we go. So, a few new things here. Normally you would just be able to single shot. Now both of these weapon slots are implemented. You can cycle between them. There's no clicking involved yet, it's just the actual short keys. With U, you can cycle between the two weapons. With Y, you can cycle between fire modes. So I brought in all of the rifles from Fallout Tactics. They're all there with their damages and their fire modes. All of the ammo is brought in as well. Also the armors. And the damage and chance to hit is being calculated true to the rule base. It's taking into account damage resistant, damage thresholds of the active armors. You can also reload. Right now there's no inventory system to speak of, but there is this concept of how much ammo you have in your magazine and you can reload. So right now you have an unlimited number of bullets in your infinite inventory, but yeah, you still need to reload. You have your action points. There's this very basic UI, so it's mock-up for starters, but it's pretty functional. So for example, I can select two of these guys like this. I can crouch or prone, whatever I want to do with these guys. Also the damage meters are accurate. So it's just for starters. And right now I'm pressing C is gonna open up the very basic, as I said, character screen. So this is also just mock-up. Some of these things aren't yet working, and right now it's a mishmash between an existing character and a new character. So for example, right now we're seeing an existing character, but we can modify it as it was a new character. This is because by default these characters aren't actually assigned their full tag points or attribute points, so you can just spend them around to whatever you want, and it's pretty accurate. They're all modeled based on the Fallout Tactics rules. Let's see what else. So I brought in a few more assets. I'm pretty happy on how it's starting to shape up. So got these little sandbags and the barbed wire over here. Got this corrugated metal fence, which is of my own doing. So not very proud of it, but hey, it's getting there. So I'm not too fond of this asphalt thing that I've got going on, but it's good for starters. So it's a good baseline. So started building out this area. So moving forward, I'm gonna want to fill in all of the what's left of sandbags. So probably over here in this tower and whatever barbed wire there still needs to be done. finishing up the roads over here, and I think over here, and then probably at some point start filling in these buildings. So yeah, it's pretty starting to shape up pretty nicely, I would say, both from the look of things and also functionality wise. I've also started this active pause functionality. So if you're gonna press space, you get into like this paused mode where you can issue commands. So I just told this guy to move over here, and you can see that this is the pending action. And if you hold left shift, you can queue multiple actions. And what's also interesting, it's not only related to moving. I can now, for example, press Shift A, and I think that should put him to crouch when he gets to that final position. There we go. So he did that thing. Now obviously you're gonna be able to queue multiple of these things. So let's just click Shift Q, so that is gonna go up, and then Shift here, here, and then A, and then let's tell this guy to go here, and then stand up, something like that. Having both of them selected, it's gonna allow you to show their movement paths. So let's unpause and see what happens. There we go. So obviously you're gonna be able to also change their Overwatch settings and their targets and stuff like that. So it's gonna be pretty interesting when you're actually gonna have some tactical decisions to perform. And also, I'm still kind of keen on implementing that synchronization between your squad mates. So I talked a little bit about it in the last clip. So if I tell this guy to go to a specific point, and then this guy to go to this point, I can tell them to wait for each other, so that they're only gonna stand up and go into aggressive Overwatch when they're both in that position, so that they give you a better chance for a successful ambush or something. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting. And by default, I am not exactly happy with the way that the lighting looks here, but it's just tied to the time of day that this great little asset is doing for me. And of course, we can control that, so we can change the hour to put it to something like this is my personal favorite, watching the sunset in the Fallout world, and you can see these new assets that I've brought in. They actually have their photo scans, so they have these tiny little details, and they're playing very nicely with the light, casting some very discreet and nice shadows over there. And of course, another great thing about this this asset is that I can actually have time flowing. Well, of course, this is a bit faster than normal, obviously, but it's gonna be nice to have this like full day-night cycle active. Let's just bring it back to a more normal hour, I would say. And another great thing about this asset is that it can take an actual date and an actual GPS coordinates, and we're going to be able to map out the actual date in Fallout Tactics, if you will, and the actual locations, and have realistic sun positions and whatnot, so that you can actually get a truly accurate sunset, if you will, in this map switch. I think it's just pretty cool. Okay. Moving forward, I'm probably going to start filling in some more of these assets. So with these photo scanned ground that I got, I also got some great rocks, some kind of dead vegetation, which is going to fill in all of these, most of these white cubes here nicely, and in a lot of other places. Finishing up with that road, start fleshing out these walls, also for the buildings as well. So that's from one asset perspective. I'm also going to want to expand on these this character creation screen so that you can create new characters and add as many as you want in your team. More than 6 if you want, why not? And also maybe allow you to create your own custom enemies and place them around the map. If you want to do that, why not? That's going to be one area that I'm going to be working on. Also allow you to level up just for the heck of it, so that you have this little sandbox experience over here. So leveling up, that's going to be pretty interesting. Obviously, since you're going to be leveling up, implement traits and perks. That's going to be also pretty interesting to do. And also an inventory system. So as I've said, we already have all of the rifles in, but by default you just start up with the AK-47 on one hand and the hunting rifle in the other slot. But it's going to be nice to have a full-fledged inventory system with bullets, a bunch of weapons that you can swap and test out, and also why not being able to loot the people that die in the map. So that's it for now. Stay tuned for the next update, and thank you to all of those 3 or 4 people that brought in some feedback for me. I love it. This is one of the main reasons why I'm doing it. So thank you guys. So until next time, bye bye.